Hey there, fight friends. MMA Andy Cotterill here with a young gun, Jordan Meehan, fresh off his victory over Dany Mallette at Samourai MMA 13. Jordan, I've got a confession for you right off the bat. Because I'm back and forth, I didn't see the end of your fight. I watched the first round. I had to come back here for an interview. Could you please tell me what happened?
Well, I have a good friend, Clay Davidson, and I could hear him say, go for the guillotine, go for the choke. And, Dany was hurt. I got him with some good body strikes, some good head shots, and I could hear him wincing. And, I didn't have much confidence in my squeeze going into this one. I hadn't sharpened it quite enough. But he was so hurt that he was looking for a way out, and I knew once I sunk it on, I could see just his body language. He tapped.
Yeah. What I did see of the fight, you seemed to be measuring the distance really well. You threw some unorthodox, I don't even know what you call it, or if it's even unorthodox, but you're crouched down low and it was almost like a jab, but you lifted it up into his face.
It's like an up jab. I don't know if I got that from Roy Jones or what boxer I got that from, but I love that up jab. And it's really unorthodox, and people can make me pay for it if I'm overcommitting on it, which is debatable if I was or not, but I was trying to, stay loose. And
but you're catching with a lot.
I was, I think the key to this last, it was a quick camp. I was consistent over the months, but then the fight out in 18 days, a lot of my camp was just to stay relaxed and pick my shots, and not, because I'll just go for everything and let it all out first round. So I was making sure, I knew how tough he was, so I was making sure I had some left.
Yeah, for sure. We had a really good chat yesterday after the weigh-ins, and you were talking about some of your thoughts about just the mental aspects about being prepared for a fight and how you've changed as you've developed from a young man to an adult now. What's the fight game like for you now when you're going through it? Like, does it encompass your life, or is it just something you sort of do? You prepare yourself for the fight in the cage.
Well, I teach a lot, and I'm trying to be the student. And when I'm training and when I'm thinking about fighting, I'm trying to be the student. And how can I learn? And how can I go in there? I was working mantras. We are the embodiment of strength, wisdom, and love. I shared that one with you. I was doing that with my kids and my girl Dany. So we kept going back and forth. And what that does for me is it helps me stay focused. When Dany's in there and he's facing me and he's taking the shots and he's still coming forward, I'm not thinking about whether or not he's going down or not. I'm staying focused and I'm picking at him. I'm being the sheepdog. I'm just picking at him and keeping my distance.
Yeah, for sure. Something people don't realize about you, especially some of the people at the weigh-ins yesterday I was talking with, they were curious about you and they were asking me about you. So I've known you since you were a kid. Like, I still remember having food with you at the restaurant in Montreal, one of the UFCs, and you were like protecting your food from me as if I was going to come. I don't know, whatever. It was kind of funny. But you've been fighting for a long time. You had your first professional fight at 16. You had 4 amateur fights before that. Before tonight, with your amateur and your pro fights, you had 50 fights. Tonight was your 51st fight, and your first ever pro fight was against UFC legend, now UFC legend, Rory MacDonald. How is it that at 35 years old, you've accomplished so much, and you still look great in the cage, you're still healthy, you look like you're in great shape, and you're like you just fought a grown man and had a fist fight, and you don't even seem winded?
Well, once again, I'm trying to stay a student. I'm trying to stay humble. I've been not humble before, and I've been humbled. And I'm trying to, I got a family. I got 5 kids to take care of. I have a beautiful girl at home. It keeps me grounded. It keeps me consistent. And when I keep myself as the student, I'm in a better space. I'm trying not to attach, to just, every shot out there, I just want to finish them. And then rather than attaching to that, that's what I felt in there personally, is I'm trying to crush them, but at the same time, I'm allowing myself to go more through relaxation. But if you're too relaxed, you're gonna get that distance. It's a fine line, and every fight is standalone. And I was super nervous for this fight, and but I kept to my mantras. I kept to, and kept pushing forward and kept going forward and staying. I went negative in my mind, but I was also positive. It was a bit of a roller coaster, but most fights are, and I've had fights where I wasn't nervous. I've had fights that all I could think about was losing. So it's a journey, and I'm embracing the journey. I've said, what? I don't know what it is. What is it? What else could it be? What else could it be? What else could it be? And I'm putting myself there.
before we let you go, I'm going to finish off the interview something a little bit unusual. I'm going to ask you a question. You can answer it if you want to. If you don't want to answer, you don't have to. I totally understand. But I was hoping maybe you could talk. You mentioned you brought her up twice. So talk about your lady and how important she is and having her support for you to be able to come to a different province and fight. Maybe talk about your kids too, and just what you hope they learn from you as a man and as a fighter, and what fighting brings to you as a man.
Well, they teach me lessons nonstop. I get angry. And they're like, Dad, why would you do that? Why are you doing that? And then I have to, why am I doing that? And my girl Dany, she's so loving, and she's there, and she loves me. And even though I fail over and over and over again, she's still there to love me. And it's special. And, to go home to that much comfort and that much love, it's just, I go to the gym and we go crazy, and then we come home and I can tell her, I can talk to her, and we can love each other up. And it's just a beautiful space. I'm in a great space outside of fighting. I have everything I want. So this is all just, extra. It's all the extra, and I get to be a student. I get to try. I was working on that spinning heel kick. I landed the spinning heel kick. I was working on the high crotch. I got to land the high crotch. So, once again, being a student, and then, being a student at home, and learning the game of being a dad and being a partner, and showing up with love, and, doing that over and over and over again, and failing miserably, like just so bad, just failing. But then, being loved and being able to do it again is where I'm at.
Awesome. That was beautiful, Jordan. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I appreciate your time, as always. And I always, I never expect to be able to watch you fight again. So whenever I do get to watch you fight again, I'm always really happy, and it makes me feel nostalgic and makes me feel pretty good. Fantastic fight, Jordan. Congratulations, and looking forward to seeing you fight again, or not. Looking forward to seeing you again, even if you're not fighting. So there you go, fight friends. Oh, any last words before we go?
No, Andy, always great seeing you. We ran into each other after weigh-ins. We had to sit down for a little while. And I really enjoy your company, and it's great to see your face and, hang with you.
Awesome. Well, there you go, fight friends. Jordan Meehan, the young gun at 35 years old, still young, still gunning. There you go. That's all. Enjoy the fights.